defense might have just gotten a huge resurgence with this new drive disc set. A special thanks to these Disorder members. And now on to the video. In the 2.7 live stream, there was 2 drive discs revealed, one of them which is called Bunny in Wonderland. So I'm going to explain the effects. So the 2-piece effect is a 10% HP increase, and the 4-piece effect is when the equipper is a defense character. When the equipper launches an EX special attack, or any squad member triggers a defensive assist or evasive assist, all squad members' damage increases by 6%, stacking up to 3 times, lasting for 25 seconds. Stacks decay 1 at a time, and duration refreshes when gained or decayed. Passive effects of the same name do not stack. So why is this set so changing for the defense class? One, it's a drive disc set that only defense can activate, so it means that the devs are probably planning on adding more defense agents. They're not giving up on the class yet, which I'm so happy they're not doing. I really like the defense class. I really prefer if they keep adding new agents to the game for us to play with them. But also, this drive disc set is actually really good. I think it's pretty competitive for Astral Voice, and it's a lot more easier to obtain than Astral Voice. Since Astral Voice can get up to a maximum of 24%, I believe, damage bonus, this one can only get up to 18. However, this one has like a really long time to last throughout the match, and it's really easy to obtain because all you need to do is use an EX special attack or, evasive or defensive assist, and then everyone gets the damage bonus. You don't have to maintain stacks on like one specific character if you're using Astral Voice, or you need to worry about the other agent. It just affects everyone in the team, which I think it's a really strong disc set for defense since there's so little of them. But I kind of want to talk about each agent and if they benefit from the set or not. The first one is Xiao. Xiao, I think she's obviously the best slot winner for this set. Not only that you get the 4-piece effect, you get the 2-piece effect, which is HP, which now with Yunquei Tails, you're able to get 20% HP, which is a lot better than trying to prey on rolls to increase your HP. So you can hit the 27k HP full horde damage bonus, which is really good because it helps everyone hit that 27k max threshold, and it might even help other new characters in the future that need more HP, and now you can obtain it with this set. Also, you now can put energy on disc 6, which we all should have been already doing, but a lot of people didn't have the subsets of HP percentage for Xiao. Now you can safely put energy regen on her disc 6, which is really good for her rotations. Also for the set too, because you want to use EX constantly, and it just gives you more damage bonus. So I think it's really good for Xiao. It's, like I said, it's probably one of the better sets for her, and it's the definitive best slot set for her. Next, I want to talk about Caesar. Now, even though Caesar doesn't benefit from the HP, well, pretty much all the other defense agents don't, I still think Caesar is a really good holder for this because she probably has the lowest cost EX skill out of the entire defense cast, meaning you can pretty much get these stacks pretty quickly. If you can perfect parry with her, you probably could get all 3 stacks very early on and keep defensive assisting with her to refresh the duration. So I think it's a really good set for Caesar, for her as a support. Now, I don't think it will raise her to like, oh, she's gonna be like Astra tier levels to support. I still think this is a good set for her. It's something that she can equip. So anyone willing to try Caesar out, I think this is a good set for you to start instead of trying to rely on Astral Voice or Protopunk, because managing Protopunk is not fun. Next, I want to talk about Pan. So Pan with this set, I think at M6 and comparing it to Lucia at M0W0, I think Pan is probably really competitive with Lucia as a free-to-play support for Rupture, which I think that's really good. Not only do you not have to worry about the astral stacks, you get all the damage bonus from this. It's just something you could farm for free. So the biggest issue with Pan with Astral Voice was maintaining the uptime of it. It only affected one party member, but this affects everyone. So not only is he just boosting your main Rupture DPS, he's also helping your stunner if you're using Dylan or anyone else. So I think this is really good. And Pan already wants a defensive assist anyway, and like all defense agents do. And I think this is a really good set for him. For a better free-to-play option, newer players do not have to pull for Lucia. So I think that's really great. Next, I want to talk about Ben. This one is really quick. I don't think Ben is going to be that great with this set. More so his kit is focused on being a DPS rather than being a support. However, I think if you're playing Ben as a support, I think this is a really good set for him as well. Since he does have a cheaper EX, sort of, I think you can use this set on him. I don't think it's the best set you could do, because if you're playing Ben as a support, I think there are better things you could do with him rather than just being a support. But if you do want to use him as support, I think the set is probably his best slot for now. Until we get another feature set or another supportive set, I think this is really good for him. Lastly, I want to talk about Seth, since I mainly use Seth more than Xiao. I think Seth with this set is really interesting because now you could get into a situation where he has two best in slots, since his defensive assist already provides a quick assist. Astral Voice is probably better in most scenarios. However, it depends on the boss you're fighting, because bosses now have long invulnerable phases or moves where you just can't hit them, or now control skills which you can't really, in these control skills, have defensive parries or evasive assists. I think this one is better for the current environment. However, we get in a situation where if you do use another defense character with Seth, he and the defense agent can basically have Astral Voice and the set at the same time, which I think is really, really interesting. So I will definitely be testing this set with Seth or like someone like Xiao in the future. So I think Seth also could benefit from this, even though most people don't use it for his shield capabilities. Is more so his AP buff. He's also providing more like consistent damage bonus for the entire team rather than just one character. Again, I think this is really good. Seth's EX is pretty costly, but now if you put his signature engine on him, which is his own engine, and like ER6, if you want, you can upkeep this if you have agents that don't really span their EX special or defensive assist or evasive assist. So overall, I think this set is really, really good. I'm really excited. So if you guys like the video, let me know in the comments and subscribe. We're almost to 1K. And I'm Zanagi, and I'm signing off.